Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on October 24, 2023. No direct Iran order for proxies to attack U.S. troops, Pentagon says. Reuters, Washington warns Iran as doubts grow about Israel's abilities in Gaza war. Al Monitor, U.S. says it will retaliate if American forces are attacked in Middle East. Al Jazeera English, Iran-backed groups escalate attacks on U.S. forces with drones in Syria. The Telegraph, Iran is testing us U.S. military with attacks. Our deterrence is based on our ability to respond. Ukraine's stolen children review, the laughter of the Russian children's commissioner is shocking. The Guardian, Ukraine's stolen children, ITV1, review. The Telegraph, TV Tonight, a remarkable story about abducted Ukrainian children. Never Again, Tel Aviv billboard campaign backing army divides Israelis. Israel-Hamas war, Isaac Herzog documents under scrutiny. Sky News, chilling, chemical bombs, warning amid Gaza war, Hamas making cyanide-based bombs. Hindustan Times, Hamas had instructions on creating chemical weapons, claims Israel's president. The Telegraph, Israel-Palestine war, Hamas attacker carried chemical weapons manual, Israeli president claims. WION, Hamas fighters were carrying instructions on how to make chemical weapons, Israeli president claims. Iceland's PM to strike over gender pay gap. BBC, Gravitas, Iceland's PM a hypocrite. Dark side of Iceland's gender equality success. WION, power of the masses, the day Iceland's women went on strike and changed history. The Guardian, Iceland's Prime Minister Katrín Jakobsdóttir will join women on strike over equal pay. Sky News, Iceland PM to take part in first women's strike in almost 50 years, Women's Day off. Pakistan's Imran Khan indicted in official secrets case, party. Reuters, Imran Khan, former Pakistan Prime Minister charged with leaking court documents, BBC News. BBC News, Imran Khan, Pakistan's former PM charged in Official Secrets Act case. Sky News, Pakistan indicts former PM Imran Khan for leaking state secrets. Al Jazeera English, former Pakistan PM Imran Khan indicted by court in Official Secrets Act case. Israel-Hamas war, Israelis are in limbo as wait goes on for ground invasion of Gaza, Stuart Ramsay. Sky News, Israel-Hamas war live news, hundreds killed in Israeli strikes on Gaza, Israel-Palestine conflict news. Al Jazeera English, UK intel reveals details on Gaza hospital attack, missile was launched from within Gaza. India Today, Israel-Hamas war live, Hamas releases 2 more hostages, Red Cross says. Biden administration says not the time for Gaza ceasefire. The Guardian, Israel steps up strikes on Hamas targets as 222 confirmed being held hostage in Gaza. Electric cables, hammers and guns, Ukrainians tell of Russian torture. The Guardian, undiscovers more evidence which proves Russia war crimes in Ukraine. WION, Ukraine claims Russia has committed 2,500 environmental crimes during full-scale invasion. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, finds further evidence of Russian war crimes in Ukraine. The Guardian, new evidence found of rape and torture by Russian forces in Ukraine. Some Gazans returning to north despite risks, UN says. BBC, UNRWA accused of compliance with Israeli forced displacement plans for Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, warns Euromed Monitor, occupied Palestinian territory. Relief Web, Israeli bombardment of Gaza persists amid calls to address worsening humanitarian disaster. PBS NewsHour, Gaza, UN says Gazans heading back north despite Israeli warnings, BBC News. BBC News, Israeli bombardment of Gaza persists amid calls for a pause. Civilian hostages will be freed if Israel stops bombardment of Gaza, senior Hamas leader says. Sky News, 2 Israeli hostages released as efforts intensify to free people held by Hamas. The Guardian, want hold off on ground offensive over hostages, Israeli minister. Hindustan Times, Israel's dilemma, how hostage talks could bog down military plans. The Wall Street Journal, pressure grows on Israel to negotiate release of Gaza hostages. Rishi Sunak dodges ceasefire questions as he cosplays global statesman. The Guardian, Rishi Sunak does not speak for the British people. Middle East Eye, Israel was Corbyn's undoing, but could it be Starmer's too? The Telegraph, Rishi Sunak rejects SNP arguments Israel guilty of war crimes in Gaza. The National, Watch Live, Sunak addresses Parliament after British-Israeli death confirmed. Ukraine destroys all Russia-launched drones and cruise missile in overnight attacks. The Independent, Ukraine's American-made M39 missiles may have wrecked 21 Russian helicopters in a single operation. Forbes, Ukraine, Kyiv said it stopped Russian drone strike on Odessa, DW October 23, 2023. DW, English, 6 killed and 16 injured in Russian missile strike on Kharkiv mail depot. The Independent, News Wrap, Russian rockets kill 6 in Ukraine. Israel shows Hamas body cam attack footage to journalists. BBC, Israel invites world's media to watch raw footage of Hamas massacre. Sky News, Israel shows footage of Hamas killings, to counter denial of atrocities. The Guardian, Israel shares harrowing footage of killings during Hamas attack to counter denials. The Independent, Israel-Hamas war, further recovered material reveals details of Hamas attack plans, say IDF. Israel-Hamas war live, Biden urges Netanyahu to maintain, urgently needed, aid to Gaza, 2 hostages released by Hamas. The Guardian, Israel-Gaza live news, Israel confirms 2 more hostages released from Gaza. BBC, family of released American hostages describe intense reunion. The Independent, Israel-Hamas war live, Hamas releases 2 more hostages, Red Cross says. Biden administration says, not the time, for Gaza ceasefire. The Guardian, newspaper headlines, more hostages released and Storm Babay aftermath. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.